Let's take a look at rounding numbers. We'll focus on looking at the steps in rounding whole numbers and then steps in rounding decimal numbers. So we start with whole numbers. First, you want to identify the place value required. Then you want to check the digit to the right of the desired place value. If the number or if the digit there is greater than or equal to 5, add 1 to the preceding number and then replace the rest of the digits with a 0. So let's put that to practice. So we're trying to get to, we have 175 and we want to get to the nearest 10. So 5 is in the ones place, 7 is in the tens place. So this is the digit that we're interested in. So we look at the digit to the right, it's a 5, so that means we can add a 1 to this. So it's going to be 180. So we add a 1 to the digit that we're interested in and we replace the rest with zeros. What about this? 7680. We want to round this to the nearest thousand. So this is, the 0 is in the ones place, 8 is in the tens place, 6 is in the hundreds place, and 7 is in the thousand place. So this is the digit we're really after. So let's look on the right hand side. We get a 6, which is greater than 5. So we're going to add 1 to 7. So that's going to give you 8. And then you replace everything with 0. So you have 8,000. Next we have 9245. So we're trying to round to the nearest 100. 5 is in the ones place, 4 is in the tens place, 2 is in the hundreds place. So we're going to look at, so 2 is the digit we're interested in. We're going to look at the next digit to the right, which is a 4. 4 is less than 5, so we have 9200. Because 4 is less than 5, the 2 becomes unchanged. Now let's look at decimal numbers. It's the same approach. We look at the number to the right. If it's greater than or equal to 5, then we add 1 to the desired digit that we're after. And then we can replace the rest with 0. So we have 485.347. We're trying to round to the nearest hundredth. 100 has 2 zeros, so we're looking at, this is tens. 3 is in the tens place here, 4 is in the hundredth place. So we're going to look at the 7. 7 is greater than 5, so we're going to add 1 to 4. So this is going to give us 485.35. So now we look at this number, 7556.89. We want to round to the nearest tenth. This is the near 8. This digit 8 is in the 10th place. So we look to the right, we see a 9. 9 is greater than 5, so we add 1 to 8. So it's going to be 7556.9. And finally, we have 40.6874. And we're going to round this to the nearest thousandth. So this is 6 is in the 10th place, 8 is in the 100th place, 7 is in the thousandth place. So now let's round to the nearest thousandth. We have to look at the digit to the right of 7, which is 4. 4 is less than 5, so 7 becomes unchanged. So we get 40.687. So these are the rules in rounding numbers, whole numbers, and decimal numbers to the nearest place value that is requested.